Well, I mean, no, the most successful version of that in a news sense was a story I proposed at the Times. There was a multimedia piece called On the Line. And it was a story about a veteran suicide hotline where it was just a room with awful lighting with a bunch of people on the telephone trying to convince veterans not to commit suicide. Total disaster. Like, it's the worst thing in the world to photograph. It's just people on phones in an awful room. I produced one photograph that I still am really proud of a young lady counseling a vet, bringing him back from the brink, sitting on the floor by herself with a notepad and her headset on. I love that image, except as a body of work, because I was out there for a few days, as a body of work, it sucked. Until I put it with multimedia, until I put it with sound. And then it came alive. Then this work became an actual really powerful piece of advocacy. As far as probably the hardest subject that it took me a year and a half. Well, I worked on the subject of death for a year and a half before my wife turned to me at one point and said, "I think you should photograph their bedrooms." But it's that space. It's that psychological space of being so heavily invested in trying to photograph and understand what that absence actually is. Over that year and a half, I think that, at least I think, that helped create that. So there are two examples that immediately come to mind.